Welcome back to another video by Not For The Weak Minded. My name is Keith Sanders, and I do apologise for lack of content over the last 7 months. I will be honest, 3 of those months I was banned on a strike, 90-day ban, and the rest of the time I've just taken off trying to live a normal life, going to work, before really shit hits the fan and things really do change. And we'll talk about that in other videos coming. We can talk about this a little, I suppose, with the presentation of this map. I have shown you this map before, and this is the Montes world map from, you can look later if you don't believe me, but it's I-587. But that really is not really what it says. So I can't show you it's not very well detailed. It's on my wall. This is a picture of my wall, of the map on my wall. So I got this map printed. Didn't cost me that much really, so I was quite pleased. Meter by meter. And I've been comparing it to the map that I created, and I have been creating a new map. And for those of you who are very interested in the realm, I suggest you carry on watching this video, because at the end of it I think you're going to be totally surprised what I've been up to at the weekends and any spare time I have while I'm not working. The problem was I ran out of money, and the second problem was, as I said, I was so engrossed in the truth that even in my own isolation, the truth makes you feel rather uncomfortable, and it was getting to me. So I literally stopped looking at everything that's going on right now. I know it's, there's definitely things going on. I'm not looking at so much because I was in my room all the time, and that was all I did, 24/7. As soon as I was awake, as soon as I go to sleep, just looking at everything that's going on around the world. We're through different platforms as well, because YouTube has gone down the tube, right? Because I've been using Odyssey. A lot of people use Rumble, BitChute. There's another one, new YouTube. Brand new tube, that's it, brand new tube. So there's other options. So I've been putting other videos on Odyssey, but again, I haven't done any in probably about 4 months. The last video I did was about alchemy and inoculation and the origins of the V word. Very interesting if you just want to stare at a screen looking at me talking, because I've gone through this quite a bit in other videos, and I just don't want to go over it again because it's going to get me a ban. I know it. You literally cannot speak the truth on this platform anymore, because the artificial intelligence says no. Community standards says no. So let's have a little quick look at this map on it before we move on to the next map. In the middle of this map is Mount Meru, the magnetic North Pole, and the land it's attached to. And on our modern map, i.e. the globe, it no longer is there. So they actually have cut out, a lot of people would disagree with what I'm about to say, but evidence of God, right, and knowledge of creation, just by taking this part away from the map, the realm. They're hiding evidence of God. What do you think I mean by this? Well, it has to do with torus fields and a thing called the Akashic field, which is absolutely similar or exactly the same as cloud. The cloud, not clouds, but the cloud, as in, the internet in the sky. Yes. And this is part of a further plan, but will it get me banned talking about transhumanism? probably. So moving on. What I'm going to discuss, just turn that down a notch, is the realm and my map. So let's get on with it. The new map. As you can see here, I have started mapping the land masses where there, where there once was basically land. And I have skipped ahead a few. This is a fair, probably a good couple of months into doing this, because I only had to do it every 2 days. And you'll see my progress through time. We've got 6 maps, 6 pictures to go through, so you'll see my overall progression. But what I'm showing you here is this landmass here goes up here and it connects to Britain. There is literally a sea that runs through here, and later on you'll see there's an island here, and this is another landmass, and there's another sea that goes around like that, or river. You'll see. So this is just one part of it, and I'm going to be honest with you, the things that I've discovered while looking at the map and studying it and making this map, a lot of people will never believe, for one, and two, could make you a very, very rich person indeed. I'm talking shipwrecks galore, like unbelievable amount of shipwrecks. So that's not what this video is about. I have videos about that lined up. I have been meaning to do videos about this, giant ships and then Titan ships, right? But for now, it's just about this map, and I know many of you probably got questions, and I will show you in another video how I'm actually doing this, right? Once it's done. But here is the start of it. Here is New Lanzea, which is an actual continent acknowledged by mainstream science, right? You can look that up. Even though, in fact, I actually did a video specifically saying, remember this continent, but because I'm going to do a new map, something like that. And yeah, here it is. This is New Lanzea. So pretty big, isn't it? Considering Australia is over here, and again, it is much bigger. And as you'll see later on, when there's more detail, it does come further down and it's quite large. In fact, it does kind of resemble this one in a way. But in order for you to see that, I must put it in color first, right? Because it's hard to see, and you must see my progression, which you're going to. So where was I? This over here. So it was much bigger, an island in the middle. Anyway, moving on to the next bit. With much more to show. Because there is large ports, like the largest ports you can ever see, with ships still in the port under the water. Yeah, nuts. So I do make some mistakes and have to rub them out as I've gone along, and it's been painfully slow progress to do this. But you gotta have patience, and you gotta know what you're doing, I suppose. There you go, we've done a little bit more detail. Finished off the island, did more over here. Not done Hudson Bay, still haven't, but I know it's much smaller, like, it was engulfed by water at one point. Done more down here. So this one here Let me get my thing out. Oh, got to delete that. Was it been that? Right. Okay. So I'm using this app this first time I've used it. So this here comes around like this, and actually comes around like this. Right? It will. I can assure you. Let me just get rid of that. This here is a C. Yeah. So what I'm going to be showing you later on, when it's finished, is the Earth, how it was in the past, just particularly when it's finished, coloured in, just the oceans. So 70% of the realm I'm mapping, as opposed to the 30%, which is the land masses. Are you with me? And eventually, once I've done the outside, I'm going to do the land masses as well. And it will be the greatest map of the Earth you have ever seen, I can assure you. So, moving on. What do we have new? Right, ports. This here is a... Go away. Almost perfect. This place here is a giant made port, and there ain't no ships in it, I'll tell you that. But it's huge. It's a humongous port, and it's not the biggest one I found. The biggest one I found is around India. So let's move on. All this, bear in mind what I'm showing you right now. Let me zoom out my moment. Alright, let me work it out, because it's obviously hard. What I've done. Yeah, all of this is land. So all of this side is land, yeah? All of this over... Oh, get off. Let me zoom in. Right. All of this here is land. All of this coming around here is land. All of this is land. It's crazy, yeah? But what will be is just like similar to what I was showing you earlier. It would just be intricate levels. You know, it's just nuts. It's hard to explain. But yeah, this place is like got multiple levels, and the no doubt about it, it was created. There's no doubt about it. This did not happen by accident. The things I am showing you right now, and the things I will reveal at the end. So here's this port. You'll see it better in a minute in the next clip. Picture. As you can see, go away. Here. This inside here is right. It's got to be probably the largest port on the earth. Honestly. So we'll get to it. What else? So when we're coming down here, from here to here is all land, and later on, right, you'll see, not in, because I haven't done it yet, not all of it, is that there's one way like this, and then it goes like this, right, denoting at least 3 floods. Or my interpretation is slightly off, and it could be like one's a beach and a cliff or something, you know. But either way, there's at least 2 floods I'm going to show through time on this map, which is why it's taken time, because of what I could have done was just go around all the seas, colour them in, and gone, there you go, there's the Earth. Unsatisfactory, right? Yeah. So, moving on. Now we were facing the other way. So the way we were looking at originally was this way. Yep. And now we're on the other side of the globe. What do we see? Let's move in. Progression, right? Australia is looking a little bit bigger, isn't it? New lands here. I even done some of, started down there at the bottom of the Antarctic. So over here, we have another sea. Basically, all of this at one point, all of this is going to be land and seas and rivers. So stay tuned. There's much more to do, obviously, and there's one more map to show. Is there? No, two more. Progression. It just takes time, unfortunately. Here we are on the other side of the world, and there's some islands there forming, and that is the latter stages. So let's say, if we got right epochs correctly, it's time of Titans, time of Giants, time of Man. I only think I'm going back to the time of the Giants. So these islands is basically what they would have been living on, right? And the world I'm drawing is what their world probably would have looked like once it was fully accomplished. Yes, it is crazy to think that creationism is the only answer, but we worked for the gods in the beginning, and now we're enslaved by them now, so to speak. Just different beings. So anyway, that's the last one. Let's move on over here. More land and more waters, all connecting to each other through riverways. And in the end, all of the blank, all of this area here, all of this area will look very much similar to everything else that I've done. Really, this is how much detail is going to be in this map. They could kill me for creating this. You know that. I don't care though. So, moving on. What else? The port. So you can't imagine at one point, right, that maybe the world did look like a bit more like the first one, and then a flood happened, wiping out whatever, because the date on this map is meh, unsatisfactory, and the lies we've been told is unsatisfactory, and history's a lie, and everything we've been told is so corrupt. It really is. So is this really from the 1500s is what I'm asking this map. That's all I'm asking. Is it really? Because what if my map... Oh no. Back to that one. What if my map's going to show, people living normally on the map that time period, and then another flood happening, and then this is the the result of it potentially. I don't know, because it's all backwards, isn't it? It's very difficult, isn't it? Anyway, what else we're going to look at? I didn't explain that very well. In fact, it don't make no sense now thinking about it. So scrub that. What else we got? More land, more islands, more water. So when I was speaking about this landmass here, going around, joining up with South America, because this is a great puzzle, and I'm sure you could help me out here, because it's awfully confusing sometimes. Surely that's that, isn't it? You know? It joins right up and then comes around like that. So what happened? You know? Why is this bit now underwater? See what I mean? Where did this landmass go? Well, it's right on it, but where did it go? Mystery. So, questions. I'm sure I will get to the answers eventually. This is the last one for today. If you're still watching, thank you very much. I will be doing more content. If this one turns out alright, I'll be using my phone more. Because currently the other option was my laptop, and I cannot connect my phone to the laptop. It just will not work. So I just use the phone instead. So there we are. There's a lot to talk about, regarding a lot of things. And I'd love to talk about these things, the shamdemic and people supporting neo-Nazis and, the psychological warfare, and the government terrorizing us, all their plans ahead, even though I've already told you most of it. And if you look back at my content, 2 years ago, I basically told you that this is all a fucking a distraction for something much bigger, i.e. preparation for war, and a depopulation agenda. For also had to do with transhumanism, this hive mind agenda, the fourth industrial revolution. You might want to look that up, look up Klaus Schwab and what he says. It's shocking that a lot of people don't even know who he is, even though this unelected person is dictating to the world, just like all the other corporate heads, what we should and shouldn't do. When's it going to stop? I know when their experiment kicks off and it gets covered up by war. They're not going to take out the infrastructure until after they try and hive mind us as an experiment. Black Death, everyone. It's not going to be pretty. So back to the map. Sorry, I got myself distracted there. I went off on a rant. I do apologise. I was probably speaking a lot of gibberish to some of you, And if you're intrigued, I do encourage you to go and look at these things I'm saying. This is by far nuts. There's so much more to do in that just this one area, but I've got the majority of it done. And yeah, when it comes to the colouring in, it's just going to be just as epic, because I've got to now denote in that mess, what's land, what's sea, or what was land at one point, because I have to do it in different colours. So I have to work out a colour scheme and put a legend in to so people can read it and understand it. Here's the pot. It's amazing. You gotta think about giant trees being chopped down in the past, and these ports and straight lines in nature don't exist, so to speak, because, well, they do exist, straight lines in nature. I was talking about trees, you know what I'm saying, but I got myself muddled up. It doesn't matter. I think you know what I mean. There seems to be an awful lot of straight lines, is what I'm trying to say. Almost like someone's created it. Just a hint. So New Landsea's coming along, look. And this landmass connects directly to it. Move that. Here we are. This is actually land. And all of this is land, and you could have gone all the way up here. I also know that because there's land... Hold on. Let's get rid of a sec. Zoom out. Bring it back. Right. I also know that people could have got from Iceland, so up here, and gone all the way down this landmass, all the way around this landmass, all the way in here, gone all the way around it, as far as India, yeah? Now we're at India. India's right there. Anyway, so let's say, hold on, people could also have gone from India. Come here. So there's India. This is the port. Come all the way out here. Come down here. And then gone around either up here or around here. So in essence, what I'm trying to say is at one point, people could literally walk the entire Earth. Walk the entire Earth. So that's what I'm saying, because it carries on, and it will. No doubt about it. There'll be something here joining to here, and you could go from A to B, cross A, and go around. It's not a problem. Interesting, hey? You want to see a bit more before I go? I'll just scroll around. So that's that finished now. There's still more to do, but for now, because there's more land in the between, there's still more land. Oh, hold on. Still more land in here to map. There's more things to map in there. Yeah. Epic. This is why I'm taking a week off work. Another thing, if people are listening here from work, if you saw my high vis I was wearing at work, yeah, leave a comment and tell my subscribers what it was all about. Oh dear. I can't believe it lasted 2 weeks before they told me to take it off. Literally, it was proper against... Yeah, even I agreed. It was like, yeah, I shouldn't be doing it, but I'm going to carry on until someone tells me otherwise. but I literally had writing all over my high vis about the fucking pandemic. I sure got people to stop and talk to me, or literally run away. One of the two. So as you can see, I have started a bit of Antarctica up the top, and done more Antarctic down the bottom. This is all going to, become very more clear. Well, much more clear, shall I say, as time goes on. And I do enjoy this, but it is awfully painful, as I said, particularly bending over for hours and hours upon end. But it's got to be done, right? Here's the beginning of this landmass coming out there, and then there's another bit coming in here. And all this is like the secondary coast. So stay tuned. There's going to be more videos from me, I can assure you. I've accumulated a lot of content. I've just got to put it together and do it, So if you enjoyed the video, please put a like, please share, subscribe if you're new to my channel, and stay calm. Yeah, spread the love of truth, and don't worry about what's going on right now. It's my advice. There's not much we can do about it other than keep warning others, right, and prepare in mind, body, and soul. Take care now. Thank you.